Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trade Talks Live. I am Roger Wakefield, a 45-year plumber. Can you believe anybody do that crappy job for that long?
Sounds like a crappy career.
You know what? It's an amazing career. Guys, if you're thinking about getting in the trades, plumbing is an amazing opportunity. It really is.
It is. I will agree to that. Okay.
You know, I mean, you ain't good on it.
I did. And I learned some plumbing. I still got my apprentice card.
You know?
I still like to.
Oh, you got the card, but isn't it expired?
I think it actually is now.
Is it? Yeah, you need to fix
I think
that.
there's a whole bunch I got to do to redo it again.
I think you ought to just go take a test. I'm just saying. Do what you got to do. Guys, we go live every day. And we do it because we want to bring you value. We want to bring you knowledge, education. We want to bring you information about all the trades. And we do this because we really think the more you learn about your niche, your industry, your business, your profession, you can move up to be in the top 5% of your industry. You just got to learn this for about 30 minutes or an hour a day. So we decided, you know what, why don't we put stuff together that people can learn? And what this does, it's not so you know everything about everything. This is so there's less out there you don't know anything about. And we do this for y'all. We think if you're getting into a trade, getting better at a trade, starting your own business, or want to learn to use social media to grow that business, we can help teach you things to help you get along. And we do this because I've got another YouTube channel called Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education. If you haven't checked it out, you should. Because here's the deal. We've been doing that 7.5 years.
Long
God,
time.
I keep thinking, man, it can't be that long. But guys, we've been doing this for 7.5 years. Across all our socials, we've got 1.8 million followers. And we get to spend time with y'all each and every day bringing great value. So, one little trick, though, I don't do it all alone.
That's it. No, you couldn't do this all by yourself. No way.
Oh, I've done it by myself, but only one day a week. And I'm like,
That's
I'm good.
it.
I'm good.
Keep up with 5. It takes a team for sure.
And we've got an amazing team.
That's it. Good morning, everybody. I am Henry Wakefield, a.k.a. Squirt, as you see down on the screen. Randy, you're going to hear a bunch of things, a whole bunch of names that he loves to call me and has some fun. But, you know, I get to run LeakPro now. I was a 20-year pipe fitter. That was my career. I love doing mechanical rooms. My whole family's full of plumbers, though, so I was definitely doing plumbing, too. But now I get to run LeakPro, and we would like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, because we build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And when I say the system, guys, I'm talking about the complete kit. It comes with both pieces of equipment that I build, that probe, which is great for that meter to the home service. It's super durable with a stainless rod to probe in and out of the ground. It can handle it. But if there's concrete above that leak, you're really going to want the sidekick that comes in that kit, because it's got an aluminum rod, and that's what eliminates that layer of concrete when you're listening for a leak underneath. So check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. If you're not familiar with the process, though, just give me a call and let's talk about training. You can call me at 8888 Leak Pro, because I do offer a 2-day in-person training to teach you leak detection. So give me a call.
And guys, I get to also sponsor this because of what I do here, what I do on YouTube. Okay. I teach people now how to do YouTube. I teach tradespeople trade stuff, but then social media coaches, consultants, trainers, entrepreneurs. I teach them how to do YouTube, because YouTube is the greatest way in the world to get your information out there. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. And if you're not on it, why? Why not? Why wouldn't you be on YouTube? And only you know your why. I don't. But I can tell you this, it doesn't take a lot of fancy equipment. You don't have to have a lot of views. You don't have to have a lot of followers to get started, but you've got to get started. And I put together a free, did you hear me? Free YouTube webinar. It's telling you things that can help you maybe change your mind. Because if you think you can't do YouTube, you need to quit listening to that voice. Randy used to tell me, I ain't doing YouTube. I can't do that. Yeah, now I can't get him to be quiet. It's like, man, come on. I'm in trouble now. But the cool thing about it is, guys, anybody can do it. And there's people out there looking for the information you have, the knowledge you have. If you want to learn more about how to do YouTube, go to justmattroger.com. Like I said, I made a free webinar. Check it out. It really does work. And it's also brought to you by Residential Service Professionals. If you've ever wanted to be part of a best practice group, but you're like, I don't want to get handcuffed to it. I don't want them to rip me off later if I try to leave. I don't want them to steal everything from me that I built, because that's what they're going to try to do. Instead, check out the new best practice group, Residential Service Professionals, where residential service professionals will give you a business operating system that will help you implement things into your business to help you make more money and give you back more time. If you want to know more about it, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. All right. I almost said it's Friday because we're out of here.
I know, I almost said it this morning too because it feels like it's Friday. Guys.
Yesterday was Monday. Today is Friday. What's the deal?
Quick week.
And it's really not. We know that we're coming back in live with y'all. We should take the phone. We could even do TikTok.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'd have
Possibly.
to set,
I know we're going to have
set
to.
up.
We have no idea where we're setting up the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Yet.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Always fun.
It won't be a lot of camera changing, just so y'all know, like it's fixing to happen. There won't be a lot of that. It'll probably be him on his laptop, me on my laptop. If we can set our laptops close to each other, we might could set up TikTok over there to look above our computers.
Yeah.
So there is a possibility. Yeah. We'll carry the phone and see what we can try to do.
Oh.
And before I jump in here real quick, have you got it figured out?
No, yeah, I got ideas. Other ideas.
All right. Matt McDonough says, Mr. Miyagi, a plumbing and Viking leak whisperer. What's up, brothers? Are you guys setting up a booth at AHR? Or not? But we may go. Mm-hmm. We're checking into that. Plumber in the Trades says, morning, gentlemen. Has been a bit nice and busy. That's always a great way to be.
That is good.
2 tests coming up tomorrow on code. Vertical welding this morning. Randy can tell you a little bit about that.
Keyhole, puddle, let it cool. Over and over. Love it. Yes.
Listen to the knowledge.
That's it.
Remember the old grumpy guy he's always talking about finding on the job site? Now he be one.
That's it.
Matt McDonough says, like and subscribe. It is worth it. Yes, we think it is too. Plumber in the Trade says, last week I did go the Canadian Hydronics Conference in Montreal. Nice. 2 days of all things hydronics. Met a lot of contacts and manufacturers like Taco.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love taco pumps,
Taco,
man.
taco.
Yeah.
Taco. I'll take a taco.
We say taco. We're from Texas, so it reads taco every
Yes,
time.
indeed. Matt McDonough says, oh, happy Tequila Tuesday.
That's
How
right.
you guys are always on vacation. I thought we were friends.
I know, and I think it's funny. He thinks it's a vacation.
Everybody
he
thinks
travels
it's a
so much
vacation.
for work,
I
just
know.
like we do. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Every time you go to Vegas or Phoenix or California, do we say, hey, dude, you're on vacation. We know what you're doing. I mean, you do have time to come have drinks with us.
Yeah.
But we're actually tomorrow, we're headed, or actually today. We're as soon as we get done here, headed over to Irving to Las Colinas. There's a conference called Vid Summit. And we go study and learn how to do this better for 3 whole days.
Yeah, 3.
We go
for us,
today.
Yeah.
It's all day Wednesday. It's all day Thursday. And then Friday, we are in
An extra.
Mastery.
Yep.
We're in Inner Circle. And we have to present that day too. So we are working.
Yeah.
And trying to get everything ready in order to work. Yeah. It's going to be real good. Couple more comments. Says it was an info dump for guys like me who knows nothing of hydronics. I get it. But man, it's great to get there and see things and it makes you think.
That's it.
Yeah, Matt says, haha, it's a mini vacation. Yeah.
That's
I wish. It's not even a mini vacation because I did not even pack a swimsuit.
Well, yeah, me neither. I actually didn't this time either. But it's going to be work and conversations about what we do nonstop all day long every day. It'll be good.
It's great. All right, we're going to jump into the national news. The Department of Energy is awarded $600 million for grid hardening. So today's national story hits right at the intersection of energy, infrastructure, and opportunity. Yeah. The Department of Energy just announced $600 million in new funding for grid hardening across multiple states. Now, this includes upgrades to substations, undergrounding, transmission lines, modernizing rural distribution networks, things like that. Now, for the trades, that means the electrical contractors, line crews, civil teams, they're going to be busy for a long time. This is going to take years, guys. Think trenching for underground cable runs, installing weather-resistant switchgear, and reinforcing poles in storm-prone zones. The push comes after multiple billion-dollar storm events that knocked out power to millions. We had that happen here in Texas, but it wasn't because it knocked out the power. It's because we lost our energy plants. They just couldn't handle it. Now, the Department of Energy's goal is simple: build resiliency before the next disaster hits. We're talking hundreds of projects under the Grid Resilience and Innovation Partnership Program. Many already open for bidding. Guys, if you do stuff like this, get out there and look at it. This can turn into a big project for you. And it's also an MEP crossover movement because mechanical and civil firms are being tapped to handle the site prep, access roads, drainage for the substations. So if you've got experience in power or underground utility work, this could be your next pipeline of steady contracts. And guys, when you can get into a job that the steady contracts are steady, they're recurring, they're like, hey, you did this last job for us. Can you do the next one?
And
or can you help with this?
they're going to be leading to other jobs there, guys. Because what did you just hear? What have we done for the last decades and decades? Oh, it goes down, it gets tore up. We just rebuild it. Let's put new power lines up. They're changing the game so that the next storm that comes through, we keep power
Right.
the whole time. That's going to lead to more projects and more preparations like this throughout the country. I love it.
I
Headed the right way.
want to talk to Generac about that. and Plumber in the Trades, he's got the mouse, but I see you. Just want to come in and say hi. Got to go study. Okay, have a good one, brother.
Yeah, study hard.
All right, website review, because our website spotlight today is buildingadvisor.com. Now, this is one of those that, guys, this is a gem that a lot of people don't know about, but every contractor should. It's run by a veteran builder who's been in the trenches for over 40 years. If it was a plumber, I'd say it's me, but it's not. But the content is refreshingly honest. You'll find deep dives on contract language, estimating methods, and risk management that are written from real world experience, not theory. There's a lot of good things in here. Squirt, why did you pick this one today?
You know, because I've thought about this.
You're getting a little different.
And this still feels like an old man full of knowledge that's put it out there for all of us, guys.
It is. He's got 40 years experience.
It's a great resource because, guys, this is picking out the land. Are you wanting to grow and build great big things? Does the land support what you want to do on it? We lucked out on our place. We can do whatever we want. Just
Don't tell anybody. They'll figure it out and they'll
but
fence us in.
this thing, it teaches you those things that you need to know about the land that you need to get if you're wanting to actually build a commercial site or something like that. Design, hiring. One of my favorites, though, what you were just talking about, contract language, the bidding process, different parts, fixed price, cost plus, design, build. If you're out there in the trades and you want to learn, like I was in the field doing pipe fitting for years and years. I went into the office to learn estimating because I got curious one day. It's like, what do we do to get these big, massive jobs? What all does it take? Like, we keep all these guys busy for 14 months on Parkland. How did we even get the job?
Mm-hmm.
I went in to learn that. Guys, there's a lot to learn about estimating, but a lot of it's actually laid out here for you to actually go through and kind of learn that. Contracts, you've got your basics, critical clauses. Those are major. We talk about them a lot on here. That's the CYA stuff, guys, because you've got to cover your butt on a job. Material escalations, tariffs, things like that. That's going to get covered in those critical clauses. It's what covers your butt. And I love that allowances, written specs, they teach you a good way to put together a simple proposal. And for some of you out there, this is all gibberish. You have no clue what this is. dig in here and do
But
a
you
little
need
research.
to learn the
It's-
stuff you need to know.
That's it. It's a part of the full process. And if we don't know the full process, we don't really understand it. And that's what I learned more when I went to the office. It's like, wow, there's a lot of moving parts and pieces to the whole big picture. This site pulls a lot of that big picture together and lets you do some deep diving into the little parts and pieces.
Go check out businessadvisor.com.
Building advisor. But
Well, you might want Business Advisor too. I'm already looking at the next one, the consulting.
Business growth.
Yes.
That's it. But like it's a good resource, guys, buildingadvisor.com, because you can dig into all of the little information that you wouldn't even know that gets thought about for site prep.
All right. So speaking of business growth, turning field expertise into consulting or training revenue. And I like this because literally I've probably been on 10 radio shows in the last couple of months about needing instructors for the trades. But guys, what that is it's scaling your experience. It's not just your time. A lot of seasoned tradespeople reach a point where their biggest asset isn't their hands, it isn't their back. It's what's right up here. Turning that field expertise into consulting, training, revenue is how you build legacy income. Maybe you've mastered estimating.
Hey.
Just saying. Maybe it's safety. Maybe it's project management. Yeah. You can start by offering training workshops for local contractors or consulting on complex installs for smaller companies. So one great example, a master electrician in Colorado earns more teaching solar integration than he ever did out in the field.
Hey, he must have been watching our show.
He is. He's like, man, I can learn something
He got
different.
on it.
This solar thing may take off unless somebody turns the sun off. Yeah. Now, this isn't just about being a coach. It's about productizing your hard-earned knowledge. How can you do that? You create PDFs. You create SOPs. There's so many companies out there start up now, and they just go in and are like, well, look, I'm going to start my own SOP. We're going to come up with our own systems and processes. Why? Man, it's already been done. People have done it and found a way that actually works. And that's what coaching is about. That's what residential service professionals is about. Get your SOPs and do that. Well, what if you created video modules that actually solved real problems for people? When you start documenting the systems, you're not just teaching, you're multiplying your impact. It's force impact while freeing up your time. People ask me, Roger, why did you create digital courses to teach people how to get in the trades, how to become a better tradesman, how to start their own business, and how to use networking and social media to grow it? It's because I have people reach out to me all the time and say, look, we want to hire you to teach us this. Just take the course, man. I did it. I built it. It's there. The trades are hungry for real mentors right now. And if you've put in the years, this is your moment to turn expertise into opportunity. And guys, there's schools, trade schools, high schools that teach the trades, different places like that are looking for people in the field that can come in and teach. Use your expertise. Quit using your back. Use your brain.
That's it. And the key that I love about the trades is passing on the knowledge so that next generation gets to learn from what you put out there. Teach it, pass it on, create the videos. Like, I love that. Having videos that people can keep coming back to. That's what I told him one day. It's like, look, if we can put together a course where you can teach everybody, let's do it. Why not? Why wouldn't you want to do that? They'll all learn from the expert plumber. Who else would you want to learn from?
That's so
I know you like that, don't you?
I'm like, God, I ain't heard that in a
That's
while.
good. Yeah.
Hey,
But-
American Standard called me that, not me.
Like, that's it. And guess what? A lot of people know it. They respect that because he helped them get into the trades and get the understanding. Why? Because he passed on his knowledge, and it's brought more people into the trades. That's what we do this for every day. We want more of you involved in the trades. That's why we do this.
We really do it because we want y'all to come hang out with us and visit once we get the event center done.
That's it.
Just saying. All right, service work. Now, this is a big one for you, Randy, because handling scope creep without upsetting customers, When you had to do scope creep, it was a lot more expensive.
A lot more, because I was doing big, massive commercial projects, and if there's a little scope that wasn't covered, it better be called out very clear in that contract. Every service tech out there knows that moment. You're halfway through that repair, and that customer says, oh, hey, while you're here, guys, that is 100% called scope creep.
On a big job, it's when the superintendent comes up and says, hey, you know what? They want to do this over here. So I told them we could go ahead and do that.
Y'all move.
Yeah. I hope you got a mouse in your pocket.
That's it. But if you don't manage the scope creep right, guys, it's going to cost you money and trust. Okay. The trick to this is you've got to set the boundaries early. Like I was saying with the contract, it calls out clearly every bit of scope that's covered and excludes the parts that aren't covered. That's how we do it on big commercial projects. A small residential service, you've got to explain that additional work means additional cost. Okay. You have to say it very confident, but be professional about
Absolutely.
it. Okay. Don't be that smart aleck, guys, please. Something like, I would love to help you with that. Let me get you an updated estimate so that it's done right, though. That speaks volumes at how much professionalism you have. Another smart move here is you can build in a contingency clause in your service agreement.
And you should.
You should. This is part of what we were talking about earlier with the contract. This is something you need in that agreement. Unforeseen issues beyond the original scope will be quoted separately. That's the CYA clause, guys. It gives you legal and financial coverage. Make sure you've got it on that agreement. The best techs also do know how to use empathy. Okay? If a homeowner feels heard, they are more likely to approve extra work without any frustrations. So you've got to remember, guys, scope creep, it's not always bad.
Right.
It can be extra money. I mean, come on. Most of my guys liked a little extra work, a little extra overtime for some extra stuff that wasn't part of it. Because guess what? I can't do all that work on normal time. That's part of a different project. This is all going to be done outside of normal working hours, which means more money for all my guys. They love it because we managed it right. But if you do manage it right, it turns into upsells and the repeat business because you did a little beyond what you were just there to do. And customers remember that and they're happy with it. And that's what builds that repeat business over and over.
And guys, you got to remember that, you can be a hero if you can show them, look, I want to help you. I want to do this.
Yep.
And one of my favorite things to always do is like, hey, look, while you're here, do you think you could do this? Oh, so, well, we didn't put that in our original pricing, but let me look at it and we'll see what we can do. Well, I've already mentioned price. So they know, hey, I don't have this covered in here. Okay. I'm going to take care of this right here. So, twice now. So,
yeah. Can't do nothing here.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can?
I can.
Oh, looky there. Love it.
Go ahead. Yeah, you continue on.
Materials, equipment, and tools. Smart torque tools with digital verification. Now, guys, this is a CYA thing. Technology keeps raising the bar, and smart torque tools are one of the clearest examples. We're talking wrenches and drivers with digital torque verification. Tools that confirm the exact load applied to a fastener. Then you log it for QA. Your QA, QC, quality assurance and quality control need to be precise on jobs like this. Okay? If you're not, you're going to be in trouble. Now, these are changing the game because of industrial and mechanical jobs where every bolt matters.
Dang it.
From chillers and pumps to structural steel and flanges. What happened?
I just lost it.
Oh, well,
It did something.
we got to worry about it now.
There we go.
From chillers and pumps to structural steel and flanges. With these, foremen can pull digital torque reports directly from the tool. It cuts disputes, it involves safety, and it meets spec requirements on documentation-heavy projects. The cost is still higher up front. but they pay for themselves in reduced work. One contractor said switching to Smart Torque systems cut warranty claims by 40% in 1 year. Guys, that's a lot. If you're bidding on projects with inspection heavy quality control, this is one investment that makes you look like a pro. And I would have loved this when I was doing quality control, because then I could literally just go straight to the GC, the superintendent, and say, hey, look, here's my documentation. They can't argue with that. So stuff like this can be great for you. Just make sure that you're doing it. There you go. I guess you're already gone, but Plumber and the Trades, I know you want to come in and say hi, and you got to run, but thank you for jumping in.
Yeah.
So this video is sponsored by LeakPro.
It is. And guys, at LeakPro, we build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And guys, I always suggest the complete kit comes with, it's what I call the business in a box. You can check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. It's got everything that you need. But guys, don't just get the equipment, learn the skill. I offer a 2-day in-person training here just outside of Dallas, Texas, where you come out. I've got a slab out here. It's 130,000 square inches. We go through, teach you how to locate the lines, pinpoint locate the leaks, to where you take that 130,000 square inches and you go, oh, it's right here. And within the 2 days, every time you lay down that marker, you are within a foot every single time. We call that in the hole, because typically you cut a 2x2 hole. Guys, we also teach you, I've got a leak that's not under the slab, it's just underground, so that you can be familiar with what an underground leak sounds like also. But then I'll also teach you how to go to a sewer system, to that clean out outside of the home, and be able to figure out exactly where the sewer system's leaking. If this interests you and you're ready to quit outsourcing leak detection calls and bring them in-house so that you quit losing that revenue, give me a call at 8888 LeakPro, or you can check out the website, leak.pro, and book me for a Zoom call there, guys. Definitely check it out, because plumbers are the reason I do what I do, because my whole family's plumbers, and it was always, I keep losing these leak detection jobs. So, you know, it happens.
Chris, I never get bad news, brother. You take whatever news you get and you make lemonade out of it. So no big deal. Matt McDonough says, all right, gentlemen, got to go be a hero. Have a great day. Go LeakPro and Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education. Also, if I don't get to see you tomorrow, happy birthday, Mr. Miyagi Plumbing. Woohoo! Matt, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Guys, this video is also sponsored by me because of what I do over here on Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education. I started doing YouTube 7.5 years ago. And in the course of doing YouTube, I've spent a ton of money learning a lot of cool stuff. But the cool thing is now I teach people how to do it. I teach people not just how to do YouTube, but how to do it right. How to put themselves in a position where they can make money for their companies, their businesses, themselves, whatever it is. And I made a free webinar to help people get started, because there's a lot of people out there saying YouTube won't work for me. Man, that's a voice inside your head you need to get rid of, because YouTube will work for you. And actually, it can work pretty good for you. It worked great for me. You can use it to grow your business. If you want to learn more about it, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. And then this video is sponsored by, to learn YouTube, go check out justmattroger.com. I'm from one to the other. See, it's that fast. It's almost like y'all didn't even see it. If you do have a company that you want to learn how to grow, you need a business operating system that gives you the systems and processes to help you do things right. It will give you more time in your day. It will give you more money in your bank account. And it'll give you your company back. It won't handcuff you to these best practice groups that literally tell you you have to build your company just like the guy across the street, just like the one down the road, because that's what they want you to do. They've got one plan, and they're like, everybody needs to fit into this plan. Residential Service Professionals thinks, look, you started your company for a reason. Let us get the coaches, the consultants, the advisors, the trainers, whatever you need to help you build that business the way you want to build it. Let us give you systems, softwares, processes to help you build the company you really wanted to build. And if you want to learn more about that, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. Got it right that time.
Yeah.
What is this stuff again?
Hey, it's been a while. And guys,
Although we saw one of these a while back.
I know. And like, I'm curious, guys. Okay, we're moving on to the next section. MEP here. Plans printed by the robotics on the floor of the job site. Okay. Now, I know it sounds like it's out of the future, guys, but guess what? Robotic layout printing, it's here.
I'm
It's
calling
happening.
bull on this.
Nuh-uh.
It was not in the Jetsons, so it ain't here.
How do you think they built all those places? They didn't show you how they built the Jetsons. Sorry, it was all
Maybe
robots
Alice
doing
ran
it.
around marking the floors when she wasn't cleaning.
What do you think she
Was
was?
her name Alice or was
Alice.
her name?
It was
okay,
Alice.
okay. I couldn't remember.
Pretty sure it was Alice. Yeah, Alice. Yeah, I can hear.
Pulled that right out.
I can hear George saying it.
There you go.
But I'm curious if anybody has seen this on a job yet. Okay, because I've seen a lot of the partners and stuff, and one of the companies that I was at that got bought out and everything. They are one of the partners for one of the companies that make these robots. I know it's getting used,
Oh no, it's
and it's so cool.
we started with total stations. This
That's
is
it.
100
Yeah.
times better.
Shooting a point so that we could take a chalk box and pop a line, connecting those 2 points because we knew those points were dead on accurate.
Or even better than that, set up your machine on those 2 points. Now you can literally turn your machine around and say, find the reflector. You line it and say, okay, level it up. And I could literally look at my gun and say, okay, I need you to go 1/8 inch to your right. I need you to, no, you went too far. Go 1/16 to your left.
Yeah.
Mark.
That's it. But guys, instead of having to do all that, even deal with that, there's robots, guys. Instead of crews snapping the chalk lines all the time and marking studs manually, robotic systems now print construction plans directly on the slab
Blows my mind.
with laser accuracy. Okay, think of it as a giant plotter. You know, we print out big prints. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was going to
that's
say.
what a plotter is.
A
A lot of people
plotter
don't
can
know.
print full-size blueprints.
Yep.
Okay, it's just a big printer. This is a robot that prints on the floor. Pipe runs, anchors, your walls, all marked, no problem. Outlets, sure. We can put your piping plans, we can put your electrical plans, we can draw all the plans over the architectural so that everybody knows where everybody is and where everybody's got to be. Now, MEP trades, speaking my world, I would love this faster layout.
Yeah.
And fewer conflicts. Not, oh, was I at the right column? Oh, was I at this? Or, there's a lot of things you got to check to make sure you're in the right spot before you even mark to be able to do chalk lines. Robots, you get it, you set it up, boom, mark the 2 points, get it set. It's done. It's going to go do all the marking for you. This is freaking amazing. Now, there's a case study that showed mechanical rough ends installed 25% faster with almost zero layout errors. And because the layout data comes straight from the BIM model, coordination between the trades improves automatically.
Yeah.
And that's what simplifies this whole process, guys. These systems, they're not just for the massive jobs either. They're scaling down for mid-sized commercial work, hospitals, multifamily builds. It's another example of robotics helping the trades work smarter, not harder. And I'm sure before long, it's going to be small to where we're using it for normal residential homes all over the country too. It's going to be coming, guys. Guarantee it. I mean, we print homes already. Like,
I know.
why not print the drawings on the
I want
slab?
one of those concrete home printers.
Yeah.
I think for what we figured out we could buy one for, we could probably build a couple of houses.
Probably
I'm just
could.
saying. All right, where the work is. Now, this is backward reclamation. So I want you to think about this and think about what could be done. Converting old malls, and there's a bunch of them,
Tons.
into fulfillment hubs. So there's a new wave of this going on, and it's converting the dead malls, all the dead retail stores, into modern fulfillment and warehouse centers. Now, there was a mall here in North Dallas that they were going, or actually, yeah, I guess it is North Dallas, north North Dallas, where they were going to tear it down and just build condos and, multi-unit.
Yep. Multifamily.
And it was going to be, cool stuff. Condos and stuff upstairs, shopping downstairs, office spaces, just all kinds of neat stuff. And I love seeing those. But there's over 30 million square feet of retail space that is being repurposed across the United States, especially if they're close to highways and population centers. If they're in a crowded area,
Most malls are.
man, it works. Yeah. Yeah, the one that they built out in the woods, that's the one that shut down quick because nobody went to it. Now, these projects bring huge opportunities for HVAC redesigns, electrical upgrades, new drains, dock doors, reinforced slabs for forklifts and things like that. And guys, cities are fast tracking these last mile logistic conversions, and contractors who understand the zoning and the adaptive reuse, they're getting ahead of the curve. Sustainability is another big selling point. Developers are cutting the demolition waste by up to 80% and earning LEED credits by reusing the existing shell. It's not a greenscape. You're not tearing up new, green, fresh land that's never had anything built on it. Hot markets, Dallas, Texas, Atlanta, Indianapolis. We'll have to check out Indianapolis when we go there.
Yeah.
And there's more coming in the Carolinas and in the Midwest. Because if you're chasing long-term stable work, this can be your next wave of contracts just coming in one after the other. Because, guys, this is going to happen.
And it's all over. And I love that we're taking the place that we used to go shopping and turning it into where we ship everything that we shop for now. Like, it's what the building was there for, just morph it into something different. And I love going in and doing remodels and turning something into something completely different. That's one of my favorite things to do in construction, is the transformations of things.
My thing, I would love to have an old warehouse building downtown and
To do a
turn that
bunch of
into
different
apartments
things.
and condos.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Neat stuff.
All right. Moving on to instructor training. One of my favorites here. Using video assessments to actually track skills. We didn't think about it as much, I guess, back with my apprenticeship. But nowadays, everybody thinks about it. It's like, hey, let's take a picture while we're at work of what we did today and talk about it at school. This is a great teaching tool. More instructors need to lean on a video assessment. And when you get done with your mechanical room, you're so great. Why don't you film it and bring it to school and let us all look at it and critique your work? You don't even have to wait till the end of the project. What'd you do today? What did you install today? Let's take a look at it. And let's look at everybody's in the class. Why? Because we can all learn from looking at each other's work. And that's the key to this. Instead of waiting till the end of that project or test, instructors now record short clips of apprentices performing specific skills. Soldering, threading, wiring, you name it. Doesn't matter. All of the things that we do through the trade. Then they review the footage with the apprentice, point out any improvements you can in real time. They're watching themselves, what they actually sat there and did. And you're giving them direct tips. It's very visual, it's objective, and it's easy to save for later if they need to relook at it, or if you need to teach a different apprentice that thing. Hey, I noticed you were doing this. I didn't get to film you, but here's so-and-so doing it. This is what you need to work on. Instructors can literally watch progress over time instead of relying on memory or paperwork. And I think this is really cool to have. It's like, look, you were doing this 6 months ago. Now you're here.
Yeah, look where you're at.
You say you haven't progressed, but I can see it night and day. Can't you? Oh, man, I didn't realize I got that far.
Paycheck.
Well, that's it. Well, you ain't talking to your boss right
there. You go.
But it works both ways, guys. Apprentices get that instant feedback, and they see their own mistakes clearly because they are watching themselves do it. Several training centers are now using apps that actually tag videos by the skill type.
Love that.
And this is helping the instructors manage large groups with less paperwork. Guys, this is it's efficient. It's very transparent. It builds that accountability. And the apprentice knows that they are watching themselves do it. So that's not, oh, I didn't do that. Guess what? Yeah, you
Sure
did.
does
Here's
look like
the
you.
proof. Like, that's all the youngsters. Oh, hey, you got a video? If not, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
We got a video. It happened. Okay.
Absolutely.
And I love that thought. Something different.
Matt McDonough says, all right, gentlemen, says, got to go be a hero. Have a great day. Go LeakPro and Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education. Oh, I already read that one.
Oh, yeah. Sure did.
I thought it was up here because then I saw this and okay, I did.
Yeah,
Okay, bye, Matt.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. You know, training kids, it's changed. And this is, and look, I'm going to talk about the state of Texas because I argue with people all the time that I think we should cut the hours down.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, it takes 8,000 hours to become a journeyman, 10,000 if you're in the union. But 8,000 hours to become a journeyman plumber. And another at least 2,000 hours, maybe 4, depending on if you went through a DOL training program. So there's benefits to going to a PHCC, to the union, to something like that. But I did not have access to video training.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, I was lucky to have access to books because you had to go down to the library. It's like, well, I ain't got time for that.
So how many hours did you have to go take your test back in the 80s?
3 years, 6,000 hours.
6,000 hours.
And I took my test at about 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
Because, the master that I worked for said, your hours are good.
Yep.
And I did. I worked a lot of overtime. You knew that.
Yeah,
I was never home.
All the time.
I worked a lot of overtime. So my thought process is, guys, look, we need to make the test merit-based, not hour-based. You put it on the master plumbers, that on the companies. If I'm going to send Squirt down to take the test and I'm going to sign the paper saying he's ready,
Better be ready.
I need to make sure he's ready. Because if I don't think he can pass and I send him down, that's a strike against me. If I get 3 strikes, I don't get to send journeyman down anymore. I can sign off on their hours, but that doesn't mean anything because it's not hour-based anymore. It's merit-based. And I truthfully think that if we would get to merit-based testing and have a checks and balance system, say, Roger, if you say he's ready, we'll schedule him.
Yep.
Okay, let's do it.
You only get 3 strikes. And they need to know that up front. I like it.
I think it's the way to go. But now, if you want to say, well, they've got to have a minimum of 2 years. Okay.
I do like that because that's what's going to be my next question is how many hours do you think it takes to actually learn a good chunk of plumbing because nobody out there knows all the plumbing. Okay.
No, and I have old masters or old journeymen that have been around forever. Like, well, the little person, it's not the word they use. The little person can't learn everything in 2 years. Did you learn everything in 2 years? Well, no. Okay. Are you still learning? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Why can't they keep learning?
So will they be. That's it.
You let them get that license. That will help them get into the trade sooner.
Yes.
Because then it's not like, wait, I've got to wait 6 years to actually own my own company one day. I can go to school and be a doctor and do that.
Yep.
So look, it's something that I will get on a high horse about. But the video training guys, get it out there for you guys. They can jump on YouTube now and learn how to do anything.
It expedites the process.
It makes it.
That's it.
They've got tools that we didn't have. They can learn faster.
That's right.
They really can.
Yeah.
I used to have an apprentice that every time we did something, like changing out a mowing cartridge, he'd go home, find 3 other ways to do it. And so, we could have done that quicker yesterday if we'd have done it this way or if we'd have had this tool.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I love the way you learn. All right, specialty. Now, this is advanced stormwater management for urban construction. But stormwater management has evolved into one of the most technically complex parts of modern construction, especially in cities. Now, guys, you know what it is. It rains, it floods. What happens? Well, the new EPA rules require developments to control both the flow rate and the runoff quality.
Yeah.
You've been to these job sites where they've got the little triangle plastic fence around it. We got a crazy dog.
Must be a bug.
There got to be. But guys, the thing is, we've seen it. And that's leading to advanced systems like permeable pavement, bioswales, underground detention tanks, which are really like a retention tank. Trades are adapting fast because plumbers are handling outlet structures, electricians are wiring flow sensors, and civil crews are grading for the infiltration. And the big word is xeriscaping. Not zero, but xeriscaping. Where when the rain falls, how does it get to the plants? How does it get in the ground? How does it evapotranspirate? Guys, this stuff works. And these aren't just code requirements anymore. They're selling points for developers chasing the lead projects and green building incentives. And look, I'm a lead AP, not a lead green awareness guy. I'm a lead AP. I studied for the hard freaking test and passed. But in short, if you understand how to build and maintain these systems, you're positioning yourself for premium contracts in every big metropolis area all across the United States. Because guys, that stuff travels with you. I don't know if y'all know that knowledge you have, and this is why I want a national MEP board. Do you think water runs downhill in Seattle just like it does in Texas? I mean, maybe not Portland, but Seattle it does. Guys, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It really is. But I love it. I love that we're looking at what can we do to help recapture more water, escape the runoff, all the cool stuff.
Well, and I like that they're trying to actually control the quality of water that they let run off. It's not just, oh yeah, whatever's flowing through the neighborhood. It doesn't matter. It used to be.
Yeah.
And I noticed that because they're putting a new housing development back behind our property that I go run around on occasionally. And they're doing a little extra on the stormwater side than I normally see in a neighborhood. And it's like, man, they're actually doing some stuff. So I thought this was really cool because it's like, man, we actually are putting more thought into this stuff.
And I love that. It's neat to see things change. It's neat to see things grow. All right, we're going to jump into social media. Today's spotlight is WeldTube, one of the best welding channels out there. Now, their content has that perfect mix of education and entertainment, from pipe welding tutorials to TIG challenges that rack up millions of views. They also show real job site tips, how to position properly. Now, me and Randy were talking about a welder just the other day. I knew a welder that could literally just reach underneath, fill the gap, and stick his rod in it, and he's welding. How to manage heat, how to prep joints the right way. If you want to sharpen your welding skills or show apprentices what real craftsmanship looks like, this channel is worth watching and subscribing to. Randy WeldTube, I like this one.
Yeah, me too. And real quick on that welder that doesn't look, he had to have a perfect fit to weld that way. Just
there
so
you
y'all
go.
know, I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, it may have been you.
It
may have been you that helped him.
It's got to be right. And I was thinking about that the other day after I was talking about that guy I first introduced that, like, he just lifted his hood. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. And kept welding the whole time. And it's like, it was perfect. He was doing a filler, though. I figured that much out. Because those roots get pretty hard. He was talking earlier about vertical welding. There's actually a really good little video here. Stick welding a 3G root pass on a 3/8 weld. Welding school for beginners. That's what I love about this WeldTube, guys. Different channel teaching the basics. If you want to learn how to weld, this is a good spot to actually come. Figure out some premium welding goods, things like that. They've been around. They started back July 26, 2017. A little over 8 years now, 668,000 subscribers, almost 800 videos with over 140 million views. Doing some really good things. And guys, what I love, they're teaching welding. Basics, tips and tricks, all of the above. Okay. 1G plate stick welding. 60-10 root, 70-18, hot, fill, and cap. Look at that thing, guys. it takes some time. And the main thing about welding is going in and getting those reps in. That's the major part. That's how you learn how that molten metal starts to flow and how gravity affects it. Because the major part, if you don't know anything about welding, major thing, you're fighting gravity the whole time because it wants to pull that molten metal down. And that's why you have to learn the right tips and techniques and angles that you actually keep things. Sites like this are really good. Let's kick back here to the oldest real quick, figure out how they started. MIG welding a 6G root. 6G is fixed on a 45 position, kind of like this guy's doing right there. TIG welding, how to pass a 6G 6-inch stainless steel Schedule 10 pipe test. That's one of the basics test, guys, is 6G. If you pass that, you can pretty much go weld on pipe on the job site, because if you can do it on that 45, you can do it vertically, you can do it horizontally. They know that. 6G is one of the basic ones that I learned in the union. And I love that that's one of the oldest videos that got them started. Now let's check out the popular stuff real quick. Walking the cup, one of my favorites for this wonderful TIG Tuesday. I like TIG. I like the cup. Heliarc, as it's called also. And it's walking the cup, and literally, I don't know where we're at on cameras. You can take a cup and you learn to walk it across a table by rolling it. That is what walking the cup means. Check out some videos like this, because you're going to learn different tips and tricks to learn that muscle memory, because that's the major thing that is. It's muscle memory and getting the feel of the pipe and how slick things are and how quick it moves. Because when that cup slips, it's definitely a learning opportunity. Here, he's gone through some of the preps. You notice he's got some different things there on how to hold and set up. When we were talking earlier, whatever, we were reading the positions. You've got to be comfortable to be able to put in a good weld. And some of the tricks for a 6G weld test is being able to get comfortable enough to do that bottom position. So learning from some welders that have done it is really great to do. Love that they've got underwater welding here. That's what intrigues this guy the most.
Yeah, I wanted to learn that so bad.
That's it. Let's see what they've got going over here on shorts real quick, guys. And this is beautiful. This takes me right back to weld shop. Weld coupons are in stock, ready for practice. And we used to have to sit out there, 2 guys a night would go and cut coupons all night long so that everybody else would have stuff to weld on. So definitely a part of the process. See what we got for most popular real quick. Stick welding a live gas line. Hot minute. Love it. I've had to do some gas tie-ins and things like that where you've got to do a lot of things and be prepped. And, you're thinking, oh, explosions? No, not really. It's works a little different than that. But that metal, it holds that gas in it, and it gets pocketed inside of it. So you do have to do a lot of preps whenever you're thinking about welding on actual gas lines.
That's cool.
So a pretty cool channel, man. Shows you a bunch of different things, a lot of different aspects of welding, and that's something that I like. They're actually trying to show you and teach you a lot about the trade, not just how to weld itself. Teach you a little bit of the aspects.
It doesn't weld itself, y'all.
Definitely not.
Just telling you. Okay, we're going to talk about best practices here. To wrap up today's show, let's talk about building a business that scales itself with repeatable systems. Now, the difference between staying busy and truly growing is having processes that anyone on your team can follow. Now, one of my first coaches was Michael Gerber, and he talks about walking into this hotel, and man, everything that happens is amazing. It's like every time you turn around, it's like, wow, they thought of this, wow, and all this. And he goes down the front the next day and says, I'd like to speak to the general manager. And it's this young kid. He comes up and says, how can I help you? He says, well, I want to talk to you about how wonderful y'all do things. He says, well, let's step into my office. So he steps in, sits down, and young man starts talking to him, and he says, how did you learn to do this? He says, well, I've got it all right here in this manual. He says, it's a little notebook. Step by step, everything that everyone has to do every day is in there. SOPs, standard operating procedures. Now, in the hotel, they had them where the maids knew that they had to do certain things. There were like 29 checkpoints all the way through. And he said, and they do every one of them. Michael said, well, why do they do every one? He said, because they understand the quality that we provide means we follow every step. And if I don't do a step, I let down somebody else on my team because we're all trying to build perfection. That means having SOPs for your company for maybe service calls, for pricing consistency. Is everything the same? Does everybody understand that? If he goes to a job over there and does one thing, I go over here and do the exact same thing. Are we charging the same thing? You've also got to have performance metrics that tie directly to the outcomes. Did this person get all 20 rooms they are responsible for done? Or did they stop and lay down on a bed and watch TV for a little while? Residential Service Professionals helps residential service company owners build those systems with real world templates, pricing calculators, marketing playbooks, hiring frameworks that actually work. You build your company, not a company that looks just like the company next door. When you stop reinventing the wheel and start repeating what works, growth becomes automatic. So if you're ready to stop firefighting and become a fire prevention officer and scale your business, visit residentialserviceprofessionals.com and join a crew that gets it and understands it. And guys, this video is sponsored by Residential Service Professionals. So go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. And it's also sponsored by me. I get to sponsor this channel because of what I do on YouTube. I've got another YouTube channel. It's called Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education. And the cool thing about it is I started it 6.5 years ago to grow a company, and I ended up growing a brand. I ended up growing to be a voice in the trades. What business could you grow? What is it? The business you work for? Is it the business you want to start? Because in the next few years, YouTube's going to be more important than your website to drive traffic to your business. So I'm telling you, I would start now. If you want to find out how to get started on YouTube, go to justmattroger.com, because guys, you don't need a lot of fancy equipment. You don't need a lot of followers. You don't need a lot of views. You'll get that later, but you've got to get started. You've got to press the daggum button. Again, go to justmattroger.com. Check it out.
That's it. And everybody, this show is also sponsored by LeakPro. And at LeakPro, we get to manufacture the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And guys, I always suggest the complete kit. It's the business in a box. It comes with both pieces of equipment that we build. Comes with that probe, T-handle style, super solid. It's got a stainless steel rod, which is real durable. It's what we prefer for that meter to the home service, for probing in and out of the ground, irrigation lines, checking stuff like that. But if there's concrete above that leak, you're going to want the sidekick that comes in that complete kit. It's our pistol grip style with an aluminum rod. And that aluminum rod, it's a less dense metal, so it enhances the sound more, which eliminates that layer of concrete so you don't have to drill a hole in it. It's my favorite question. Oh, you got to drill a hole. No, you don't.
But you can.
You can if you want.
Third verification, if you're like, man, I'm pretty sure it's here because of this. I'm pretty sure it's here because of this. Then you drill a hole and you go down and you're like, shit, that's right there.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. But guys, check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. If you don't know how to do leak detection, though, give me a call, because I offer a 2-day in-person training to teach you how to locate lines, pinpoint locate leaks under a slab, outside of a slab, even how to figure out where a sewer system's leaking. So guys, if you're done outsourcing leak detection, give me a call, because I'm the right call to bring all that in-house and keep those opportunities for yourself, not for that leak detection company out there. Give me a call at 8888 LeakPro, because I want to help you keep that in-house. Or visit leak.pro and book me for a Zoom call so we can discuss it.
Guys, I'll tell you what, we get to do some great things. And we get to do it every day. But the reason we get to do it is because of y'all. We get to do it because y'all show up, because y'all come back and visit, because you jump in and ask questions or have comments. But we love what we get to do. We get to help tradespeople. And when we go to trade shows, you can tell. They start coming up, squirt, saying, I know you.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It is.
People come up and they're like,
I gave my first autograph this year.
yeah,
at
I
a
saw
trade
those guys'
show.
underwear when he pulled them out for you to sign. And
I
I was
know.
like, I cannot believe that.
Sign, no problem, baby.
He's like, you bet
Come
your tail I
on.
will.
Sure will.
Guys, here's the thing. We do it for y'all. And we love doing what we do. And it's because of the people that we get to meet at events like this that come up to us and say, you changed my life. You taught me how to do something I never thought I could do. So, guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow from Irving. And remember, whatever you do out there today, do it safe and have fun.
Everybody, happy Tequila Tuesday. I hope to see you in here tomorrow for a wonderful Whiskey Wednesday, guys. Get out there and hit it effing hard. You know we will. See you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.